This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. A weekend shooting led to the death of a beloved Northport teacher. The shooting happened early Saturday morning. Police say Holly Fisher shot her husband before turning the gun on herself. ABC7's Christopher Brantley joins us now live from Northport Police Department with more on this story. Christopher?
Well, good evening, Scott and Haley. Tonight, the Northport Police Department is investigating this shooting while the husband, Chase Fisher, is home recovering from his injuries. He and his family all say this was a tragic accident.
She was the most wonderful, bright, loving, giving, caring, generous person that anyone ever knew.
Early Saturday morning, the Northport Police Department was called to the 4000 block of Dobbins Road in Northport in reference to a shooting.
All the evidence suggests that Ms. Fisher fired a round and then took her own life. And, the circumstances surrounding that we're continuing to investigate.
That round hit her husband Chase in the chest. We spoke to him by phone on Monday. He didn't want to do an on-camera interview, but he told us he loved his wife dearly and his wife loved him. He believes his wife didn't mean to shoot him or herself, and his mother-in-law agrees.
This was an accident. She never touched a gun before that night. Her finger must have just hit it, and it went off. And then hurting her husband, the center of her universe, was over.
Fishers was an active member of the community, beloved by many, especially at the school she taught at, Heron Creek Middle School. On Monday, grief counselors were on hand.
Every person deals with grief differently, so students who need a safe place to talk, we wanted to provide that opportunity with trained professionals who can adequately guide and support the students who are in need.
Fisher's loss was even felt across the street at Northport High School. Grief counselors were there as well. They will remain at both schools for the time being.
As long as there continues to be a need at the school, we want to be there to support it.
Morgan believes her daughter's impact will be felt by many for years to come.
For the rest of our lives, there won't be one moment that we don't remember her. Her brother, our dad and I, her husband, her kids. We'll never forget her for one moment of our lives. No.
The family did tell us they are looking into funeral plans, but they're having a hard time finding a venue big enough to fit everyone they assume will want to go. Live in Northport, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. More details surrounding the former Sarasota County Sheriff's deputy arrested for allegedly committing 25 crimes, including attempted murder, continue to surface.
ABC7 has obtained a recording of the detective interview with a woman who claims she paid Frankie Bybee thousands of dollars in exchange for sexual favors. ABC7's Bobeth Yates is here with more details. Bobeth?
Well, the recording plays like erotic literature, a story of sex, money, and a violent relationship, all surrounding Bybee.
And I said, well, Frank, call a spade a spade. You're a gigolo. I mean, what else do you call it?
Shocking words from a woman who paints former Sarasota Sheriff Deputy Frankie Bybee as someone who would do anything for money.
He goes, well, you know, I like talking to you and stuff, and, I told you before I like women. He goes, but I don't do it for nothing. So I said, okay, what do you mean? And he goes, I get paid for this. And I go, so you're a gigolo? And he goes, and I told you, I don't like to use that word.
The woman whose identity we are concealing went into detail about her interactions with Bybee, describing their sexual encounters and the thousands of dollars paid for his services.
So that first time, do you remember the money exchange? Like, how much was it?
I want to say like $5,000.
But Bybee wasn't just being paid for sex. He was also given lavish gifts.
The TV he has hanging in his living room is from me. The watch he wears is from me. His iPads and his iPhones were all from me.
The interview went on for more than an hour, with the woman detailing interactions that go back to 2010. And while she did say she does think Bybee is capable of exploiting a person for money, she questions the violent charges.
I never felt physically threatened by him. He never grabbed me. He never, he didn't. He just didn't. And that's why I find it hard to believe with what's happened. The money, I believe. Hurting someone, I find that hard to believe.
Bybee has been charged with 25 counts ranging from attempted murder to crimes against the elderly, as well as multiple counts of petty theft. He was arrested in January for allegedly breaking into the home of a 79-year-old woman he befriended and possibly taking up to $65,000 from her. At the time of the arrest, Sarasota Sheriff Tom Knight went into detail about the accusations.
Bybee mounted the victim and, while holding her down, forced prescription medication into her mouth. The victim lost consciousness, and when she awoke, she summoned help.
But Bybee's attorney questions those details.
I think the sheriff's office always thinks they have a pretty solid case or they wouldn't make an arrest. That's what a jury's for, and the jury will hear all the evidence in the long run, and the jury will make that determination. It's not what I think.
The recordings you just heard came from a part of an internal investigation into Bybee by the Sarasota County Sheriff Office. Now, the relationship with that woman mentioned, along with other crimes in the report, resulted in the Sheriff's Office finding cause to terminate Bybee for misconduct that is unbecoming of a sheriff deputy. Back to you.
Thank you, Bobeth. More details surrounding an email phishing scam targeting the Manatee County School District. The district purchased a policy with All Clear ID. Under the terms of the contract, all employees will be covered for 2 years and will receive up to $1 million in identity protection per employee. Once the district was aware of the scam, the FBI and IRS were contacted in an effort to find the persons directly responsible. District officials say the 2 payroll employees who unintentionally sent the information have been reprimanded.
At this point in time, decisions have been made. One individual has been removed from the position and won't have any kind of access to any kind of sensitive information through the district, and the other will receive a form of formal reprimand.
The district says the Manatee County Sheriff's Office is also assisting in this investigation.
Time to get a check on our weather on this Monday. Pretty nice day across the Sun Coast. We had a great weekend too. Here's Bob with more.
Yeah, pretty nice weekend, and it looks like pretty nice today. We had a little bit of cloudiness earlier. That was the fog burning off and turning into those low clouds. Right now it's clear, 70. The sun just getting ready to set here pretty soon, and dew point is at 64. So temperature's still warm, and the humidity at 81%, and that's a result of that west to northwest wind, at least near the coast, bringing a higher humidity there, and the temperature 70 because that's what the water temperature is right now at 70 degrees. You can just see this thin veil of clouds now working its way through the Atlantic across central Florida. Not much rain associated with it. It will continue to sag southward through the night, eventually pulling up stationary just to our south. That will keep us in a mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day on Tuesday. All the details on that, and another system developing over the southern plains will change our weather fairly quickly. More on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Still to come in your Suncoast News, a structure fire in Charlotte County leaves dozens of families temporarily without a home.
And a way around waiting in lines at the security checkpoints in airports around the country. It will cost you, but you can sign up locally for a limited time.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Ideologue. I am an originalist. Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Dozens of Charlotte County residents are forced out of their condos because of a fire this afternoon. It happened around 1:30 at the Oxford House condominiums in Port Charlotte. Charlotte County Fire and EMS says the fire happened in a second-floor condo. More than a dozen condos have smoke damage and one person has been taken to the hospital. The state fire marshal will investigate the cause. Power and water were shut off at the condo building. Charlotte County Emergency Management has made arrangements for affected residents to meet with the Red Cross.
Sarasota Bradenton International Airport is once again offering a TSA pre-check enrollment. The TSA is letting flyers sign up for a 5-year program where they give information now and skip the long lines later. Those accepted will not need to remove their shoes, liquids, laptops, jackets, or belts during security checks for flights. Now, it's not free. It costs $85 for those 5 years, or about $17 a year. The airport's director says the sign-up process is convenient for local travelers.
This is a great opportunity for people to get their paperwork and get their interviews done here without having to drive up to Tampa or somewhere else to get it done.
To submit, you can to apply rather, you can submit an online application and then schedule an in-person appointment that does include a background check and fingerprinting at an enrollment center like the Sarasota Bradenton International Airport. You can enroll during normal business hours between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. any day this week.
Great deal. And some of the other places where you sign up have more restricted hours, so this makes it even doubly convenient.
Absolutely. We'll be right back with your forecast.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500, starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
If you want to rediscover the smooth, radiant skin of your past, consider a facelift, eyelid lift, or laser resurfacing from Faces by Feza. Restore your natural, youthful appearance and the confidence that goes with it when you trust your face to the expert hands of Dr. John Feza. Using a delicate touch, he gives you natural-looking contours, a clean jawline, and long-lasting results. Call today to schedule a private consultation, because when you look good, you feel good. Faces by Feza at Center for Sight.
Join us for Sarasota Opera's 2017 Winter Festival, opening February 11th. Featuring Puccini's most famous opera, Madame Butterfly, Rossini's delightful comedy, The Italian Girl in Algiers, Poulenc's heartbreaking Dialogues of the Carmelites, and the medieval thriller, The Love of Three Kings by Italo Montemezzi. Tickets are on sale now. Call 941-328-1300 or visit sarasotaopera.org.
Come out to the best party of the season,
the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Maine. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
Contemporary Cabinetry and Closet Concepts. Our strength is in building a relationship with our clients. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years. When you organize your home, you simplify your life. Call today for a free in-home consultation or visit the web at contemporarycabinetry.srq.com.
We had some great times at the circus this weekend.
That's
I was there Saturday night. You were there Sunday, right?
That's right, Ringmaster. It was a lot of fun, and I tell you, a great show. They do it every year, it seems like, and a very inspirational showing too with the Winlindas too, and just to see that again, some good news there. So another thing is today what happened. Social media. I want to keep you abreast of what happened today. You may have noticed that your radar wasn't working, and so on. The National Weather Service actually putting out this tweet earlier, and the social media National Weather Service data outage across the entire nation. That means no warnings were issued, no radar was available, and a lot of data all gone across the entire country for several hours because of a router problem there. And eventually they got it figured out. You can see that tweet on the right. The technicians have figured out a workaround and they got it fixed. So that was a pretty big issue earlier today. That is now gone, but they're working on a backup system. Hopefully they'll get it in place. I think they'll get the entire system backed up so they won't have a problem like this again in just under a year. So they've been working on it for a while, but clear skies right now, and that was the Lakewood Ranch webcam. You can see we have a little rain to the east and to the south, but not much going on here. You can see a few sprinkles now and again moving to the south. We're in for some clouds increasing, some fog maybe late tonight, and a slight chance for a few light rain showers. Currently, we have 70 degrees, dew point is at 64, winds out of the west-northwest at 12, and the pressure 30.02, rising ever so slightly. The high today was 77. This morning's low was 60, and 73 is the average. No rainfall to report today, and it looks like we'll stay dry tomorrow. If we get any rainfall tonight, it will be rather light. Temperatures currently upper 60s to low 70s. Still warm inland away from the water, 79 now in Arcadia. The forecast for Tuesday calling for a mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day. Still warm despite the presence of this weak cold front that is making its way down the state right now. We're not going to see a big temperature drop with this one. We will see one with the next one that comes through late Wednesday. You can see a mixture of sun and clouds tomorrow, some fog in advance of the next front. This is at 6 o'clock on Wednesday, so we'll keep a chance for a few showers into Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. And then another storm system will create a little area of low pressure, which will also bring us a chance for showers on Saturday, a fairly good chance of some of that rain. The storm over the northeast is winding down now. They had up to a foot and a half of snowfall in just a week or so. They've had 2 blizzards to deal with over the northern New England states. So California really concerned, obviously, with the dam possibly breaking out there. And we are going to see more rain moving onshore, and not so much as tonight or tomorrow, but more so on Wednesday and Thursday. Temperature 30 in Buffalo. It's 48 in Rapid City right now, and 47 in Denver, 46 in Wichita, 65 in Dallas, and 72 in Houston. Temperature now in Atlanta at 62 degrees and 61 in Jacksonville. Well, the, again, forecast is calling for temperatures to stay pretty chilly over the northeast, but not so much here. We'll see temperatures on the warmer side at least through Tuesday and Wednesday, and then things start to cool down a bit. Winds will be very light tomorrow. Seas running less than 2 feet. The water temperature at 71 degrees, and looks like the beaches will see high right around 74. Low tide upcoming 8:35, and the forecast tonight. So fog late, 60 for your low, 20% chance for a few sprinkles. Valentine's Day looks good, 77 for a high. A little bit of sunshine now and again. The extended forecast, more clouds and sun on Wednesday. This temperature is cooling on Thursday and Friday, but then back up we go as early as the weekend. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. A Sarasota woman is celebrating more than a century of life. She did it easily. Virginia Blake is celebrating her 103rd birthday. She lives at the Fountains at Lake Point Woods in Sarasota, and today residents and staff honored her life by hand-delivering 103 roses to her apartment. Virginia still lives an active and vibrant life. We're told she loves any activity that involves music or dressing up. She also loves kind people and sending a positive message to those she meets.
I think it's better to be kind to people than always, criticizing them. And I don't like to see people that have to put up with that.
Virginia's advice for living a long and happy life? Don't worry. It will either be or it won't be. Happy birthday, Virginia.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up, we'll tell you a place we call 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up in a place we call home, Aging in Paradise. How you can make your senior years your best years.
Tonight, a possible new travel order. President Trump fights back. The White House says all options are on the table as new questions emerge about a top advisor's connection to the Russians. This is where America turns. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir.
If you're trying to balance caring for your mother and being a mother to your children, we can help. It's what we do. Call Granny Nannies today.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
How long have we been married, dear?
For 76 years.
He was kind and generous to me before we married, and he was kind and generous to me all these years. We decided on Meals on Wheels because I was getting to the point where I couldn't do all the things that I had been able to do. We're the Spans. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s. Don't miss the Luxury by the Bay event, Saturday, January 21st from noon till 4 p.m. at Harbor Isle. Water ski show, luxury cars, wine tasting, model home tours, and more.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State with the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games. Everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
My yard, it's overgrown, it's out of control, it's a huge problem.
I showed Randy our entire line of outdoor power equipment. We have everything he needs.
Ace is the place that lets you clear land like a modern-day pioneer. Yeah!
Don't miss these February red-hot buys on wild bird food and Scott's Bonus S Weed and Feed. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Longboat Key is one of the wealthiest and most beautiful communities in the country.
But even in paradise, you need friends and enriching activities. ABC7's Linda Carson joins us with more. Linda.
And there's a place on Longboat Key that makes the Key a great place to call home for a lot of seniors. It's called Aging in Paradise. It's located on the top floor of the Longboat Chapel at 6200 Gulf of Mexico Drive, and there's always something interesting and entertaining going on there. Aging in Paradise is a senior resource center in the heart of Longboat Key.
And our goal is really to raise the quality of life, just in every way, shape, and form, to provide opportunities for wonderful solutions and exciting opportunities.
The average resident on Longboat Key is a little over 71 years old, and the Senior Center focuses on their needs. They bring in a lot of doctors and other experts to speak on various subjects.
Everything from exercise to mental health to we have a pharmacist that comes out and explains meds and how they interact. We have an attorney that comes out. We have a person that does all of the advanced planning for end of life.
They focus on things that concern seniors.
This week, Dr. Edlin, one of the top sleep doctors in the state of Florida, MD, coming out to help us work through how to get a decent night's sleep.
They have Juvent micro-impact platforms, therapy devices that they say ease joint pain and improves recovery, circulation, and balance. They also offer numerous exercise classes.
Of course, there's all the physical things like the Zumba and the Tai Chi and the yoga.
And they offer educational workshops on everything from improving your culinary skills to wills and trusts, using your iPhone, and memory screening. They have a therapy group called Shifting Sands, led by a professional.
That's Mimi Horowitz, and that is a led group discussion for any senior going through a difficult transition.
Bridge is an ongoing favorite, offered several times a week. They don't have memberships, they just charge a small fee for some of their programs. They're trying to provide seniors with the 3 things proven to help them lead a longer and happier life.
Being engaged with other people was number 1. Number 2 was straining the brain, continually learning new things. The final one is to have a purpose, to care about something more than you care about yourself.
You don't have to live on Longboat Key to take advantage of Aging in Paradise programs. Everybody is welcome. They won't even ask your age.
Like that.
So you can sneak in if you're younger.
That sounds good. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you so much for joining us. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
See you at 11.